What I'm going to do now is to hollow out this half ball using the two-handed method, using the top slide and the cross slide at the same time, just to hollow it out. Don't have to be exactly the same radius as the outer diameter. It's just a matter of lightening the inside, getting rid of all the material. I'm just using an old machinist trick here, using an old ball race, old bearing, mounted on the end of a shaft. Just bring it up and touch on the face of the object which is out of true, which is wobbly, and this will take the wobble out. I shall now drill down approximately 3/8 of an inch with a 3/8 drill again, and then open out with the two-handed method I did in the previous hemisphere. And that's the second hemisphere hollowed out like a bell, and that's both of the hemispheres done. Light as a feather now. All it needs now is soldering together and then cleaning up.
Now to solder. These are being fluxed. Both hemispheres now will need some solder on. Just get it hot enough to allow it to melt. Now with them soldered, now just to wait till they cool down, and then looks okay. Another hollow ball produced. Just now needs a clean up and a polish. And we'll put this back in the lathe and hold it with the threaded bolt, and that should do it. Light as a feather. One focus, you damn thing. The diameter of the ball is really important. The main thing, it's hollow. It will serve its intended purpose. The size is not critical whatsoever. It's just a matter of blending in the slight. It's a matter of blending in where the joint is. Not critical. Clean up really. It will be highly polished in the final product. Here I am using one of the Norton abrasive sponge pads. Don't know what they were used for. Picked them up at a car boot sale. They're very useful. I'll just finish off polishing, temporary polishing with one of these Norton a sanding sponge. I've never used them before until last year when I picked quite a few up at a car boot sale. But I'm just going to use the 1200. Well, that's one more hollow ball made, two more to make, and then that should see me okay. Quite easy, and they don't look too bad really when they're done. So it's probably not to everyone's way of making things, but it certainly turned out okay for my use. Focus, please. Well, that's another one, and it's nowhere near as heavy as the as it started out, and it's not too bad. It's come out quite good.
Well, these are some more I've hollowed out and are now ready for soldering together. These have no bosses, they're just spherical. What I shall do with these then is the same as the others, is blend the OD where the slight join is and then polish them. They will be super finished later on. They'll be mirror finished, which will improve the conduct of electricity on the Whimshurst machine. You could also super glue these if you're not using them for anything like I'm using them for. I would imagine that'll be okay.
The sphere just needs blending in now on the OD, and that's why you don't really want to leave it too thin when hollowing out, and it should just reasonably blend in there now and make it more of a ball. It's not critical, but it probably look better. Well, that's another one finished for the Whimshurst machine. Nice and hollow, nice and light. If it had been put on the Whimshurst machine in solid state, it'd have been too heavy. It just wouldn't have been practical. It'd have probably damaged the machine by bending everything. Same with these hollow ones. I've just one more to make now, and maybe I may do this other one, and I've completed them all. But it's been an interesting job doing these. Well, they've turned out okay, these now. They're nice and light. They don't weigh hardly anything compared to what the original ones were like. These are quite heavy. I only need one more really. This particular one, this will be the small discharge rod which fits on the Whimshurst machine. I just really need one more of these to make now, and that's for the Leyden jars. There's two Leyden jars with the Whimshurst. These hold the charge. They're like large capacitors. They're simply made, but that's another project which I'll be tackling when I get the machine itself finished. These will need a lot better finish really. They want I'm going to try and get them like a mirror finish. The smoother the better. Same with the large one. This will be polished. And what I shall be using are my Norton sponge pads, which I've had these quite a few years now. This is P1200. There's different grades. Some of them are up to 2000. I have a whole pile here. Different grades. 800, 600, 300. And this is, I believe, is a 280. They're excellent for polishing. You can get into places what you normally can't get in with the emery paper as good. They're so flexible that you can get into the radiuses and everything. And they're really good for polishing. If you ever come across any of these, you want to get some because they're really good. I bought these probably about 3 years ago, and I had a pile that were that high, but I've used quite a few since. They do last a long time, but they are good. They're really good. Highly recommended. I could have made these out of sheet brass using a thing called a dapping block. It's a block with a series of hemispherical domes in the block, different sizes, and you have a series of tools which you constantly knock about till it forms half a sphere. I couldn't justify spending 40 or 50 pounds or more on a kit like that one. I'd already got the solid spheres anyway, which I'd made quite a while back. It was easier just to do like I've done them, and they've worked out okay, so they'll do the job for what they're intended. Well, I hope you found this interesting, and thanks for watching.